Hi guys, Adam here. I'm with Steve. We're outside Old Trafford, 2-1 today. Don't know what to say, Steve. I've asked these like all the same questions. How are you feeling after that game?
Tired.
Are you still confident going into the semi-finals?
No, yes, tired. I'm really. It's going to come across really negative. I'm just tired, mate. That was the longest game ever, obviously. Extra time and all that caper. Just wanted us. Before the game, I said to them, let's just put this away with minimum fuss. We've got a lot of football to play over the next week at least. And we didn't do that. We went
the most of fuss.
It was the most of fuss that we could have made it. We really made hard work of it. The team that we played, the team that was on the pitch there tonight looked like the team that played in blue on Sunday, not the team that played in red on Sunday. Total different mentality apart from Marcus Rashford, who I know everyone's been raving about, and quite rightly so.
Was that the change of, I'm not going to say, was that the change in taking Rashford from the number 9, bringing Zlatan in? Do you think that change forced a change of style?
No, because we was getting shots all day long. I thought we was unclinical. Zlatan had his chances, Rashford had his chances. When he went through one-on-one, I put my house on him burying that, and he didn't. He was getting space. Marshall was getting space on the left-hand side when he came. I just think we was making the chances. We just wasn't taking any chances. We was,
story of our season.
Yeah, I hate when we go with that long diagonal ball across to the box, whether it's to Zlatan or it's to Fellaini. It's just, is that... How can we line up and have such an amazing technical and tactical performance on Sunday, and then tonight just look like we'd not asked and it's just really average? And that's the only thing that you can say about Rashford, really, is he always looks arsed. He leaves it all on the pitch. I mean, he's an advert for EPO, if anything else. Like, the guy just runs and runs and runs.
But it's not just running, it's quality running as well. It's like what he does with his runs. And
puts people under pressure. We saw actually Jesse Lingard did it a little bit in the first half, where they're putting the defence under pressure with the running that they do. I think Rashford's just got that little extra quality, like I said, on the ball over the likes of Lingard. It's frightening to think that he's 19 years old and what he could become.
Oh, shit. I haven't spoken about this in a fan cam. So, imagine Rashford's Rabona, Pogba's bicycle kick went in. Would that have not been the greatest goal ever?
It was meant. That's Pogba's season, isn't it? Where he's done the spectacular, it's just not come off. Like he had the goal earlier on as well. I think that, I don't know what that got pulled off. Or was it a foul on?
I think Zlatan headed it, or may have been Fellaini, and he gave
Fellaini, yeah. So, I mean, we put the ball in the back of the net several times. I think the Marshall one was offside, but the Rashford one I'm hearing wasn't offside. Again, story of
great referees, isn't it?
But do you know what? I thought the referee, linesman aside, and we're going to put that on the linesman, and I'm going to put some stuff on them 4th officials, 5th and 5th and 6th officials.
Oh,
what did they do?
Honestly. That's what I saw. There was Daley Blind, and I think it was Marcus Rashford, I don't know. Someone got tackled in between both of them.
There.
In between both of them. So you're there, I'm here, in between us. And they've looked at each other and then looked at the ref.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at the ref? You're closest.
It's madness. I thought the actual referee wasn't bad, but his assistants was gash. And yeah, that guy. And the liner, there was one with a corner.
You would have seen the same.
Yeah, the guy with the liner, there was so many times where you could just see him standing there like, I don't have a fucking clue, mate. Literally what you're there for. You're there for like 1 or 2 things, aren't you? That's the main one of them. There's so many times, if you actually look at the referee when you're close enough to see the referee, you'll see the referee just being like left or right with it sometimes. You're like, do you want me here or what? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? If the referee's picking where it goes left, right and centre, then just get rid of the rest of them with the little ones and that's all that about.
Less of the referees. We've seen this kind of performance and kind of result in 90 minutes at Old Trafford quite a lot this season. Yeah, so does Jose not have to take some blame on that, because it's happening too often?
Of course it does. But again, if he's setting the team up in a certain way, if we praise the way that he set the team up on Sunday, then you also have to be critical of how he set the team up tonight. There was times when, and it's got to be orders, Luke Shaw and Valencia weren't crossing the halfway line. Yeah, there was clearly a defined line on the pitch, whether it was imaginary or real, that they're not allowed to cross when they're attacking. And ultimately, I think that limits us in the final third a little bit. I didn't think Michael Carrick had a great game.
What about Luke Shaw?
I thought it was fine. I've seen a couple of people moaning about his...
I thought he was going to score today.
Yeah, there was the one that he flashed across the box for Lingard. I mean, what more? That's literally what you want your fullback to do, innit? I thought he was pretty solid at the back, and I thought he was creating and energetic going forward, and that's literally all you want, innit? It's a bit of work rate. I thought Mkhitaryan drifted in and out of the game. Every time he gets on the ball, he's quality, but I think he can go missing a little bit in the games, and I'm not overly arsed about that. I think you can allow one of your creative players to do that.
It's with him, like, there's part of the game where you're thinking, hold on, where's Mickey? Is Mickey playing? What the fuck's he doing? And then he pops up and he beats 3-4 men, and it's like, there he is.
Yeah, and I think, unfortunately, Pogba's a little bit like that as well. I think he tries the spectacular rather than the simple too much as well, and I think a little bit of a criticism. I think he's been massively panned this season, which hasn't been fair. I think he's been a lot better.
Can you feel that creeping into the fans?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's people all around me giving it him, and Zlatan. Zlatan got pelters today, and I think Zlatan was probably worth the pelters a little bit today. It was the time when he had the ball pretty much on the edge of the 6-yard box. I think, I might be remembering that wrong, and he looks at the liner before he takes his shot.
Yeah, why? I tweeted that. Shoot, and then look at the lineup.
I mean, yeah, people will be like, "Oh, are you telling Zlatan Ibrahimovic what to do?" Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I actually am. Yeah, how about that? I am. Yeah. Bury it and then look at him.
I'd say I am Zlatan. Could be out for the rest of the season, Zlatan and Raul.
It sounds like it's knee ligaments on both of them. Zlatan's a big dude to be hyperextending his knee. He's a weighty guy, isn't he?
I thought it was just his day today, all over. Like it was just he shouldn't have been on the pitch for that to happen.
Arguably, yeah, but he's never getting subbed, is he? Ever. He's never getting subbed.
How do you feel about those injuries? Worried?
I'm a little bit more worried about Rojo than I am Zlatan. It'd been nice to have Zlatan on the running because I think that he's been so effective over the season. Inevitable that he was going to get 30 goals. Probably not going to now if he's going to be out. So that looks like it's probably not going to happen. But I think there is options. Wayne Rooney, another potential option tonight if he'd have come on.
Ashley Young plays everywhere. Puts shift in.
Anthony Martial is another option that he got, and he looked great tonight coming off the left. I thought he'd have put him up front over Rashford, but and then obviously Marcus Rashford, flavour of the month, big time at the moment. And while he's hot and in this hot streak of form, we might as well go with him as our option because there's not really anybody else, is it? But we're in the hat for a semi-final.
Who you want?
Not asked.
If that was a Champions League group, you'd expect us to finish top, right? Ajax, Lyon.
Yeah, but we're not in amazing form as we've shown tonight. I thought Ajax, Anderlecht give us a real good go tonight, but it was also on them to do that as well. Otherwise, what's the point? And you see so many teams that just come up and just don't even bother. At least they put a good shift in tonight, and it was worth the goal that they got. And they could have been in for another one as well. They stepped it up. They hustled well, and they put pressure on us. I don't know if that's going to be the case in the semi-final. Obviously, it's going to depend on who we get. But this is Manchester United, isn't it? We should just be whoever we get them, and then we deal with them. And if we get into the final, happy days.
Thank you, Stephen. Hi guys, Adam here with Andy. We're outside Old Trafford 2-1 today, Andy. It wasn't easy, but we are through to the semis.
Jekyll and Hyde United, didn't it? Meat grinding stuff. The performances this season and the performance Sunday, fantastic. But it's just out in your mouth, and it's the Man United way it is this season, isn't it?
Do you think we've kind of shown like Sunday was the potential that Manchester United have, and today was the same old problems we've had all season and what we need to get rid of?
Good night. Yeah, it's Jekyll and Hyde. The future's there. The future was there on Sunday against Chelsea, and tonight.
Do you care though? Because it's job done.
Well, job done. First 15 minutes, we were brilliant, dominant. Lost Rojo, it sort of fell apart. They scored, and you're thinking, what is this? Zlatan had chances, Rashford had a chance. They should have taken the chances. A few players got to look at themselves, but that's for another day. But really got to look at themselves. And look, the job's done. We're through. We're in the semi-finals. I even thought I didn't fancy us to go. If it went to penalties, I didn't fancy us. I'm being honest on that. Really didn't fancy it. But we got the job done.
Do you think maybe that lack of a performance today shows the amount of pressure we've put on the Europa League, or is that an excuse?
You can't have excuses now because we've got big game Sunday. Potentially this time next Thursday night we could be in the top 4. But like I say, it's another story, isn't it?
Every time we get our chance, Andy, we seem to let it go.
When we get a chance, we don't take it, and it's like I say, performances and results. The results matter, not the performances. As long as we're getting the wins, we have to start just getting the wins. And if it takes grinding it out, so be it.
Zlatan went off injured today, potentially out for the rest of the season. Missed a lot of sitters as well, so we kind of seen the bad side of Zlatan, but then we kind of get scared when he goes down injured and he's out for the rest of the season. How do you feel about his performance today and his injury?
I think he was on walkabout. He wasn't involved, just standing about. But when he took his chances, he didn't take them. it was a cracking save from their goalkeeper.
Think it could be a blessing in disguise?
Oh yeah, if you got Rashford and Martial, we have to play with them. I couldn't miss their error tonight. I thought you still start with the same side from Sunday, but the team has to. Maybe it's time for Rooney to take the mantle, sign off on a high note. Between now and the end of the season, your heart's going to be in your mouth, and we're all going to be up and down and really upset. And
isn't it crazy to think? Yeah, when you look around here at the fans, when you were walking outside there, isn't it crazy to think we've just gone through to a semi-final?
I know. I mean, I cried when we won the League Cup, and that's honestly, I really cried, tears of joy. This weekend, like I say, it's the next game, Burnley. Really hard place. Not many teams have won there this season. I think 2 Tottenham, City, and if we win there, we're a point behind City going into the derby, 1 point, and we could leapfrog them on next Thursday night. Like I say, Manchester's going to be the place to be.
Big week.
Big week for United. I would say if we get into the position, if we get into the top 4, then it's another big challenge with the away games at Arsenal, Tottenham. And if we get through that, coming through to Crystal Palace last day, if we're in 4th, we know what to do. If we sandwich in between with the semi-final, if we get there, we just enjoy it, and we get the top 4. We've bagged both places. If we take both places, that's it. I just want to get in the Champions League no matter what.
Cheers, Andy. Man of the match today?
I'll give it Rashford because I can't.
Have to, right?
I have to. You have to give it Rashford. I won't give it any of them. Anybody else? I won't give it anybody else because he's proved it now. Last 2 games, that's it.
Nah. Yes. Just did that.
Oh my God, that was awful. That was like Louis van Gaal style again, but Rashford hopped up. He could have scored like a hat-trick that day. Zlatan could have scored, Pogba could have scored. I thought it wasn't going to be our day, but Rashford came up and just saved the day.
You got him on your T-shirt. Oh. He's the guy today, wasn't he? Like, are you surprised?
All week. He's been the guy all week. Chelsea ripped them. I'm surprised that he wasn't starting up top, through the middle. Yeah, okay, play Zlatan, but play Rashford next to him. Have Rashford running off him. You know, Zlatan laying the balls off, Rashford running off his balls, Zlatan flicking it behind him, Rashford running behind him. That's what you need to do. He wasted out there on that wing. When he went in the middle, different story. Controlled the game. Zlatan, I love the guy, but he's off. He's just.
What was wrong with him today?
I don't know. Maybe he's throwing his toys out the pram a bit, like because everyone's singing for Rashford now, and you know, he just seems like he looks like a 35-year-old. He's not looked like a 35-year-old all season.
Could that be to do with? I hate to say I'm right. You're like not you,
yeah.
But Jose's wrong. But at the beginning of the season, there were games when we could have rested him and we didn't. Could that be coming home to roost now?
All of them, they just look dead on their feet. Rojo went off. They're all getting cramped. They just. Instead of mixing it up, bringing on like Fosu, bringing on different players, you know, we left with these players and they're just getting injuries. They look tired. They just look dead on their feet, like I said.
Burnout. Anyway, semi-finals, confident?
Yeah. Who's left? It's like Schalke, or no, it's Ajax, Lyon. So we can take any of them. It's going to be tough again, but take them, go to the final. In a final, anything can happen. Like Southampton final, we can just mess it up and come back and score a winner. I'm buzzing for it.
Nice one, Nat. Thank you. Cheers. Hi guys, Adam here. Ben, Ronnie and Craig, we're outside Old Trafford. You'd think it'd be loud right here given we've just won late on. A lot of frustration around, but United got the job done. Semi-final, Marcus Rashford with the winner.
They made hard work of it again though, didn't they? Very hard work of it. We should have been putting at least 3 or 4 past them. What do you think?
What did you make of the overall performance? Why was it so lacklustre after a quality day on Sunday?
They looked nervous, to be fair, didn't they? They did look nervous, but we're through, that's the main, isn't it?
Do you think it's because we've got so much on the Europa League that the players are then getting a little bit nervous in the games?
I don't know, to be fair.
Yeah, I think they missed Herrera in the midfield because of his pass and that. But I don't think Ibra had a very good game either.
What do you think was up with him?
I don't know, mate. He just looked off the boil, didn't he, to be fair?
I think they lacked the pace up front. Like, as soon as Rashford went up front, it was a total different game.
Do you think Jose should use that option a little bit more?
Definitely, definitely. The movement and the way they pass the ball and movement off the ball is a lot better. Rashford, Lingard, Mkhitaryan, they've got a lot more movement and they're more agile, aren't they? But the full team looked nervous, the crowd looked nervous. Anderlecht had nothing to play for, they thought they were going to lose, so they was like a free spirit, weren't they? They had nothing to fear and they come at us and they played well, to be fair, Anderlecht.
We've seen that Ajax, I think, have gone through. Celta Vigo have gone through as well. How do you feel now going into the last 4?
I feel confident, mate. I reckon we'll win it. I do reckon we'll win it, yeah.
Even if we keep up with these nervy performances?
Yeah, we're scraping through, that's the main, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? Of course it is.
Yeah.
Wins a win.
Any positives today? Obviously, we've gone through, but what were the big positives for you today? Marcus Rashford?
Yeah, Marcus Rashford, definitely. And I don't know, I thought Luke Shaw played all right as well, to be fair. I thought he played all right.
Surprised to see him start again?
Yeah, very surprised, yeah. Very surprised.
Do you think Marshall can do what he's done? And get back
Martial?
in Jose's favour?
I don't know, he needs to pick it up a bit, doesn't he, to be fair? He does, doesn't he?
Hey, Martial tonight even looked disinterested when he come on. Rashford had been on for 90 minutes and he run about all over the place. Martial, come on, he wasn't tracking back, he was just jogging back, he didn't seem interested at all. If the fans can see that, the manager can see it, can't they? So that's what you don't understand. I mean, if you can see it on the sidelines, the manager can see it as well, can't he? And everybody can see it, so that's that. You've got to start Rashford every game.
Last time we spoke to you was after the game against Chelsea, 2-0. How did we find it so difficult today?
I don't think Anderlecht came to play, really. I mean, bear in mind, we've had 2 disallowed goals. You know, story of our season, isn't it? We've had a lot of disallowed goals. We've had a lot of decisions gone against us. I thought, overall, we deserved to win the game. They didn't really threaten our goal as much as we threatened theirs. We're just struggling to bury it again.
What do you think it is? Do you think the players are putting too much on it? Do you think there's a lot of pressure on the Europa League? What do you think it is?
It's hard to put your finger on because it's been going on for a couple of years now. If you look at Michael Carrick, 3 or 4 chances tonight, he could have taken a shot, but he was looking round to see who to pass to. 2 or 3 years ago, Carrick had been drilling it through the bottom of the net. It's just they're not taking the shots. And then when they are taking shots, it's people like Ashley Young on Sunday blasting 3 over the top. And tonight, whose turn will it tonight to do the same? You know,
Zlatan's by the looks.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you surprised by his performance?
Zlatan.
He can score. He's been in every league and he can score. But can he actually play for a team? I don't think so. He can play for himself, but he isn't doing anything. He won't pass the ball on to anyone. He won't make the runs. He won't go. When people are looking down the line, there were a couple of times Shaw were looking to play the ball down the line. If that were Rashford up top, Rashford had been going left, right, up, down. He'd have been absolutely all over the pitch making runs. Ibra don't run.
You think that movement's hindering us a little bit?
A lone striker, you need someone that's going to be running. You need someone that's going to be getting behind the back of the defence so you can play the ball over the top. We have Paul Pogba. He can play a good pass. People are saying that he's shit. Well, he isn't. He can play it over the top. He can get it into someone's feet. We need the person there to actually be running onto the ball. That's not there when Ibra's up front. Put Rashford up top. It's a different story, different game.
Zlatan picked up an injury today. Could that be a blessing in disguise?
It could well be, because I think we've the first half of the season he's scored the majority of all the goals, hasn't he? And I think that's what's made us rely on him too much. And now everybody's looking around, where's Zlatan, where's Zlatan? What about where's Rashford? Where's Lingard? You know, where's Mkhitaryan? We've got more players than just Zlatan, and it just seems to me as though he's the big man and everybody has to pass to him, so they're all looking out to see where he is, and half the time he's just walking about. He's not actually running for the ball. He's not creating chances. He's just standing there waiting for a chance to do an acrobatic flick and put an overhead kick in, and then he'll stand up, do a Cantona strut and say, look at me, fantastic. Which, if he can do that twice in a game and score 2 goals, everybody goes, yeah, he is.
Hi guys, Adam here with Charlie. We're outside Old Trafford. Charlie, we're through to the semi-finals, but it wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't. It was like the day after the party. The party was Chelsea, and unfortunately we came away from it. We looked a bit tired, however, we managed to get through, so it doesn't really matter.
Is that the way you feel now? Look, that's out of the way, we're through, let's forget about it.
I think so. I mean, we made a couple of mistakes today, but obviously they're professional footballers. They've got Jose Mourinho as the coach. They're going to learn from him, and they're going to continue to go forward. We've really progressed, I think, this season, and I think that's just one of those games where it's kind of a slump. It's kind of the new manager coming in his first season, new players still getting integrated, and now, but yeah, we've got the win, so it doesn't really matter in my opinion.
We always do it the hard way, eh?
Yeah.
What did you make of Paul Pogba's performance today? Now look, I've been sat there and I thought he missed one sitter. That was dreadful that he missed a sitter. But his overall performance was good. He created about 6 or 7 clear-cut chances. I've heard other people moaning about him. Producer Chris was even saying, was he that good today? So how do you feel?
I feel like it was a bit in the middle. It wasn't a spectacular performance, nor was it a bad performance. He didn't do anything that stood out as amazing, nor did he do anything that stood out as terrible despite that sitter. So, to be honest, I think it balances itself out, so it weren't that bad, but for £89 million, you kind of expect a bit more.
And what did you make of Zlatan Ibrahimovic's performance today? Because Sunday we saw a team without Zlatan played fantastic football against arguably the team that are going to win the league. And today we brought Zlatan back and it wasn't as great.
I think the team is instructed to give the ball to Zlatan and Pogba, and that's what I would want us to do. However, when Zlatan and Pogba aren't doing their best, that's when we don't have good games, and that's when we have bad games like what happened today. So it was unfortunate, and it's also unfortunate he got injured. However, Sky Sports immediately were reporting that he's out for the rest of the season as he was walking off. It's not really going to happen. However, yeah, not happy to see him injured.
Could that be a blessing in disguise?
Possibly, because it will allow Marcus Rashford to play up top again, and he played up top for 30 minutes and scored.
Could that be a trial for next season then? Because we're hearing question marks over Zlatan's future at Man United. If Rashford sees the season out as a good month, do you think Jose could be tempted to keep him as the main man?
I think so, however, I also do think he'll bring Zlatan back, because just to have that security and just to have that top goal scorer at Manchester United to come back for the next season, it's very important, and if we do it, it'll be quite a good signing.
We're into the last 4. What are you saying now?
I think we'll win it. Yeah? Yeah, definitely.
You're not fearing anyone in that draw?
Who is it?
Ajax, Celta Vigo, and I know Besiktas and Lyon may have gone to penalties, so can't say on that one.
We're not sure. I think if it's Lyon, well, to be honest, I think Lyon's got a better team. However, Besiktas, it's in Turkey, so you've got the further flight. So it depends who we get. If we get Celta Vigo or Ajax, I think we're definitely through.
Cheers, Charlie. Who's your man in the match today?
Ibrahimovic.
Why? That's a shocking call for me, but why do you think that?
Because he tried hard and he proved his skills a lot.
What about your brother? Who was your man in the match today?
Rashford.
Why?
Because he scored and he was really fast.
Are we going to Stockholm, Tom?
Well, we should do, not based on that performance, we shouldn't, but the ability that we have. That proved today how much Ander Herrera has to play in midfield, whether it's Fellaini who's sitting, Pogba, Carrick, Fosu-Mensah, even if he does play there. It just showed Carrick cannot play in a 2-3-man midfield when he's got no energy around him. There was no one making runs. He was trying to put in tackles, he was dead on his feet, Rashford was dead on his feet. I was disappointed with Jesse Lingard today. He wasn't showing his runs in behind, his work ethic that when he plays for the badge, he wasn't really showing that. They nearly scored by Pogba just messing about with it at the back. He does too much of that. It's okay doing it when you're 4-0 up, 3-0 up, things like that. But when it's 2-1 and there's 4 minutes to go, you can't mess about with it at the back. Just get it up. You've brought Marcel on for a reason, just for pace, just to get in behind their tired defence. All we needed to do then, we were doing it too early. We was playing it long to Ibrahimovic and no one was knocking it down. He should have been off at half-time, Ibrahimovic. Rashford should have been up front and you should have brought Martial on or Herrera and just injected a bit of pace. We made them look really good tonight. Fair play to them, they did put in a shift, but we made them look really, really good, just like we did in Belgium last week.
Despite this performance, you're still confident going into the semis?
Yeah, you've always got to be confident, and you never give up faith in a team like this. We just show what we can do against Chelsea. Just play the right players in the right places and you'll get results. Like Herrera is definitely the key man.
Important.
Yeah.
Ander Herrera. Man of the match, one word.
Rashford.
Easy. Nice one, Tom. How good is Marcus Rashford?
Oh, he's unbelievable tonight. And up until the 70th minute, I mean, he was dribbling past every player in front of him, taking them on, not losing, and then he scored his chance in the end. So
you are the happiest guy on the fan camp today. You really are. You really are.
I'm just glad we might actually have Champions League football. I mean,
how do you feel we're going to mess that up today?
Yeah. And you know, when Rashford just took it down, I was like, he doesn't usually score those chances because he's not that natural finisher yet. And just took it on his left foot and took that chance. He might have not scored that one chance he had when he knocked it past the goalkeeper. But overall, his performance was unbelievable tonight. Every single time he got down that left wing, which I don't think is his natural position, he took his chances.
You sound how I feel.
I was not confident, not one bit, man. That whole, like my heart was in my throat the whole game. I didn't see the goal coming from anywhere, you know what I mean? And I was going to come here, slate Zlatan. I was like, he's this, he's that, but then I found out he broke his leg in it, and now I'm a bit scared that he's out for the rest of the season. So.
He's broke his leg. I know he's out potentially for the rest of the season, but is it a break?
Apparently, it's like a Kurt Zuma sort of.
ACL.
Yeah, something like that.
That could be career-ending. Hopefully, get well soon, Zlatan. What did you make of? Is that a blessing in disguise?
Nah, it's not a blessing in disguise. Even though I'm the one who slated him the most out of anyone this season, but it's not a blessing in disguise because you know what? He can turn up, man. He'll get that header. He'll take off that first man. He'll get the shot across. He's a great player, man. Even though I can't stand him, but yeah, he's gonna be a big miss. Especially like it was meant to be the Stockholm final. It was meant to be for him, statue outside, and now that looks like it's not gonna happen. It's a bit upsetting. A lot of people having a go at Pogba, wanting him to run at them, and even though his passing today was almost world class, do you see the pass he played into Rashford as well?
Mate, I thought he was going for Zlatan, and I was like, "What's that?" And it just curled out towards Rashford. What a pass!
What a pass, man.
And he created like 6 other chances today.
Yeah, man, he was sick today. His passing range was phenomenal. And to all these people having a go at him, like they just want to feel like they want to have a go at someone. Just they want a scapegoat in it, and he was phenomenal today. I think the fans should really get behind Pogba because I've seen a lot of fans turn on Pogba. Every little mistake he makes, they seem to turn on him and they're all on him. And it's not fair, man. He's a great potential, great talent. We can't let another wasted talent at Old Trafford. We had this with Falcao, we had this with Di Maria. We have this guy is world class, man. He was in the FIFA World 11. We can't let this go. We need to get behind Pogba, man.
I know everyone's going to be worried about Ibrahimovic and everything, but personally for me, I'm more worried about Rojo because, I mean, if he's out for the rest of the season and you see that we're going with Bailly and Blind for the rest of it, and the only option we have on the bench is Twanzebe or O'Shawn Williams because we've got no one else, I'm more worried with that. Because in the 3 games we didn't have Ibra, we got 7 out of 9 points. And that was just, the only bad result we had was the draw against West Brom. So we are able to do things without him in the team. But I'm still worried about the defence overall, though, after this.
Islam, 2-1 today. Happy with the performance?
I'm not happy with performance, but I'm happy with the result. At least we are in semi-final. So what's any chance, like even by penalty, by anything, but we need to be like in final, okay, and play final. And we be champions to be in Champions League next year. Because I feel like this is more easy than we play in top 4.
Does that performance make you confident going into the semi-final?
Not so much, but you could to see Ebra is not with us now, and even in defense. So Smalling, Jones, a lot. Ronnie, he will back now. So not so much, but at least we are playing semi-final. United.
How big could the miss of Rojo and Zlatan be?
Oh, it's big, very big, really, because we don't have a lot of defense. Okay, and Abramovich, if we play without Abramovich, just we have Rashford, Martial, Ronnie. Ronnie not good in performance now and from long time, so we will miss him so much. But I'm sure if like Manchester United will not stay, like will not die for just any player. Yeah, and I feel so much happy about Michael Carrick today. Fantastic, 35 years.
Who was your man of the match?
I feel like Carrick and Rashford, but Carrick fantastic, 35 years. This performance, 120 minutes, fantastic. I feel like he didn't make any mistake today.
It hung in the balance throughout the whole 120 minutes, but we got through in the end. Confident going towards the semis.
It's hard to say. I don't reckon. I reckon we'll win it. I reckon we'll win Europa, but I'm not that confident about going through. To be fair. Yeah.
It's performances like this, isn't it? Yeah. Rojo and Zlatan got big injuries today. Could be out for the rest of the season. How do you feel about that if they are?
Ibra, if he's out, then Rashford has to step up to the mark, won't he? But I think going to be a big miss. Same with Rojo, losing a lot of defenders now. So it's a crucial time to get points in it. We need to get top 4. We need to get Champions League football. We're not going to do it if we're losing these players, are we?
Thank you, mate. I'm here with Usman. 2-1 today to United against Anderlecht. We are through to the semi-finals. I've been speaking to everyone here, and it's like, are we really into the semi-finals of a competition? Because everyone seems so demoralised, but that performance has taken it out of us, right?
First things first, honestly, I feel like I was on the pitch. I'm that drained from the atmosphere, and oh my God, I absolutely. When Rashford went clean through one-on-one, he took it around keeper and he missed, and then obviously Zlatan missed that absolute sit. I don't know if it was offside or not. I just think it's going to be another one of those days. Obviously, we've had a lot of those occasions, but thankfully we had the extra time that obviously came in our favour.
If only we had extra time in the league.
Yeah, I know. If we had extra time in the league, we'd be pushing for that top spot. But honestly, you know, with the sort of chances we had and I was gone begging, I was a bit disappointed. But I've seen what you've asked a couple of other people regarding Rojo and the Zlatan injuries. First thing with Rojo, obviously devastated about Rojo because he's been fantastic. But what I will say, I've not heard a lot of people mention the fact that Blind actually came in and did a fantastic job, like he always does. But I think it might be an opportunity for Tuanzebe to actually get, well, he's got no chance to put Tuanzebe on the bench. But with Zlatan, I think that's probably a bigger miss for us in the sense that, you know, with Rashford, we're very one-dimensional. You know, if we're setting up against any team now, they're going to know we're going to be wanting space in behind. And if a team's parking the bus against us, it's going to be very easy for them to mark the likes of Rashford because he can't really throw himself about. I know he's fantastic and has been fantastic. He took his goal sublime, honestly. It was just fantastic, his composure. But I think with Zlatan, he offers us something different and it doesn't give the opportunity for other people to set up easily against us, if that makes sense.
Kieran, 2-1. We're through to the semis. Job done. Just.
Yeah, it was amazing. I don't know what to say about the game. It was good, but the referee was just awful. Like, he missed, what was it, like 4 or 5 handballs. Ignored 2 corners, just giving the corner for free. Sergio Romero didn't even touch it. It's like the referee Stevie Wonder. I don't know where it was deserved. I don't know, 2 offside goals. It was not that game. I don't know what else to say about this.
How are you feeling about the semi-finals now? Because we're into the semis, last 4 of the competition. I'll be honest, if we had Lyon, Celta Vigo and Ajax in our Champions League group, I'd expect us to go through top of the group. Yeah. So are you expecting us to win this competition?
Yeah, I want us to win, but I don't know, the way we played today, it was a bit shaky. I want us to win. I think we'll win. It just depends how we play. We played a bit defensive in the last second half. We need to score. We need to try and get more chances.
Rojo missing, Zlatan missing, is that a worry?
That's awful. That's a proper worry. That it's a shame. We're going to miss it. We need to get some of the youngsters in the team if you want to get a chance to get top 4.
Man of the match?
Rashford, he was all over the place. I swear, if I go home now, he's in my back garden. He was everywhere that full game. Everywhere. No.
Cheers, man. Legend, brother.